This will be hard. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 19 of the Showerpodcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host, Chip, and this is not gonna be easy. As you might have seen from the title, I will try to talk about a pretty traumatic event that I've experienced recently. I'll try my best to go in one cut, but I can guarantee that this will happen. Growing up in Italy, there was something that marked me, and still to this day is not easy to forget, and it's not easy to go over it. And this topic are the Italian post system. Yes. First of all, let's break the scene. It was meant as a joke. But I really want to pick up on something, let's say, important as trauma and traumatic events and link it to something that really happened to me. Recently, I had to send a package with cards from episode 4, 5, 6, I can't remember. But I sold some of these cards. They were pretty rare, and I had to send them to somebody in Italy. And throughout my life, anytime that I had to send a package and using the Italian post system, Poste Italiane, it has been traumatic. Infinite lines, incapable people working there, understaffed. Did I say already that they are not capable of doing their job? Crazy shifts from 8 to 9:30 with a break from 11 to 12:30. Horrible. If you have an Italian friend, please go and ask him, hey, what do you think of Poste Italiane? And trust me, they will not have kind words towards them. Because again, it is absolutely horrible. It's a horrible system. And it doesn't work most of the time. So every time that I have to go to the post office and send a package or have to do something at the post, it always takes me a bit to do it. On the other hand, I was blessed, lucky, and again, I couldn't be more, happy to be in a country where the post office is maybe one of the best services that they have, that being Switzerland, and God bless Swiss Post. So I went there, and I checked online how much was the price just to make sure that it was okay, and I arrived at the counter. Let's first of all say that I, myself, I am not anywhere near a German speaker, not even fluent or sloppy. I wouldn't be able to, let's say, do a daily task in German. So I have to rely on English. Fortunately, the lady at the counter spoke perfect English. I explained to her what I have to do. She was like, did you already do a declaration for the customs? I was like, no. Okay, no problem. She gave me a paper. I scanned the QR code, put all the information with my phone, super easy. Then I went back with not a QR code. How do you call it? The one that they blast, the label that you also have on food, and yeah, I don't know. I'll search it up, but you know what I mean. The black and white vertical thingy, and she scanned it, put the label on the box, and she was like, "You can pay here," and I left. Amazing. And it showed me, I was like, man, it was so easy, so enjoyable. And 5 minutes ago, I was terrorized and I had genuine fear to go to the post office to do something like that. The point being, when in life you are faced with trauma, when you had your fair share of bad experiences, how does one go over that and, let's say, give the person, the situation, the environment a second chance? I would love to give you a, let's say, interesting response. I would love to tell you that there is a special recipe, but down the line, the only thing you can do is do it. Give it a second chance and see how it goes. It can go bad, but it can also be the experience I had with the post, which now removed my fear, knowing that I can rely on that. And going forward, I don't have to say to anybody that I meet that going to the post is awful. I can say I had my fair share of bad experiences, but now everything is fine. Everything is okay because I've had a pleasant experience and I can now hook on that when going forward. So this happens, of course. I mean, the other main example I can think of is, again, with relationships. Let's say the moment that you are brokenhearted and you feel like you can trust any other human being on this world, that there is no hope, that there is no sense in knowing anybody else because everybody is the same. A month passes, 6 months pass, 1 year passes, and then you meet somebody that will turn your world upside down, and you'll be like, you know what? Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not gonna happen with the first person. Maybe it's not gonna happen with the second. But what is worth doing? I mean, is it even worth to just shut the blinds down and say, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna blind myself from any kind of emotion and just stick with what I know because I'm, let's say, afraid of what I will be given or how I will be treated? Or leave space for somebody that actually wants your good and actually wants to help you, to be there and make you understand what it means to be loved and to have somebody take care of you. Between the two, and even if you fail 99 times, if there is the chance that one time you will be able to feel and go with what was worth, with an emotion that is actually true and gives you what you wanted, I would say stick with the second attitude and leave space for, let's say, doing better. Be a cat. As I said in the other podcast, go check it out if you haven't. Let's say, keep your distance at the start, but then if you see that you are being treated right, loosen up and be happy to be able to enjoy that without having fear, because there is nothing wrong in having that emotion, and it is really worth to leave the trauma behind and just go forward with what you are presented in that moment. Don't live in the past and enjoy the moment. This was episode 19 of the Shower Podcast. Hope you enjoyed it and see you at the next one.